welcome back to our channel. We've been getting lots of requests about our site, our camp setup, and everything else like that. So we've decided to oblige everyone.
Yeah.
Well, and truth be told is we just had Bob Wells here to do a tour.
Hi everyone. You guys are following one of a great YouTube channel. They've got some great ideas here. You should keep following them. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe right now.
So everything looks spick and span.
So everything is clean. It's realistic to how we live, as in we haven't purged a whole lot of stuff, but it's just a little extra clean today. So we didn't want to waste the opportunity. This is part 2 of our tour videos, I guess you could call them. How do we live? Where do we live?
5-year anniversary of living on the road full time.
Yeah, could be that too. So in our previous video, we walked around the camp. We showed you our bear den. We've showed you our shower tent and our shower system. We showed you Stella's domain.
And Bennie's domain.
And Bennie's snoozing away. But we didn't show you the boler. We didn't show you inside of it. And we didn't show you where we keep our fridge. So we're going to do another video here, just because the other one felt like it'd be too much for one video. Tara is going to go inside the boler and show you around.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Now, would you like to show inside first, or would you like me to go ahead and walk in?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's do a little scan first.
A little quick pan inside.
Right. Exclusive access. Here we go. It's pretty small in here, so we're gonna do a little pan around here first before Tara hops in.
Now keep in mind, this is a 1972 boler with all original cabinets and insulate and fiberglass.
And the scary part. Ooh.
The clutter.
The clutter. The chaos.
All right.
Ooh. All right, we'll switch his places.
Okay.
Lights, camera, action, go.
So this is where we live. Well, this is where we sleep, and you know, I mean, we mostly live outside, but
We're essentially tenters.
yeah,
Yeah.
we are. Because as you can see, this is a small space. I think we have a 4x4 floor space.
Yeah, we call it the dance floor. It's 4x4. It's enough room to shuffle around, do a little dance.
This is all original cabinetry. Angie completely restored the boler, 1972. It was in really bad shape. She found it on Craigslist, and it was just sitting in a farmer's field, just kind of rotting away. And she found it for 1,500 bucks Canadian, and yeah, restored it over a 2-year period. And we've been living in it for the past 5.5 years, so it's taken a lot of wear and tear, but I think overall it's still in pretty, you know, it looks pretty good. But yeah, we've got lots of storage, all of our spices and supplements and all that good stuff up here. And
Here comes the truth.
what?
Oh, you're not going there?
Oh, yes, this is my corner. We've got all of my knitting and crochet and sewing and backpacks and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got all of our coffees and teas. We've got lots of storage up here. This actually we ordered from Scamp. We did not have this in here originally. We ordered it from Scamp and installed it ourselves. And we keep random stuff up there, games mostly, but art stuff, games, whatever. And then coffees and teas, just extra storage, spices, food, supplements, medicine, whatever you could think of, we probably have it actually. Yeah, what else? Stella's kennel. This is where Stella sleeps at night. She loves it. It's her cozy little cave. Stays nice and warm and toasty in there.
You can't wait to get in there at nighttime and go to sleep. One thing we should note is that there are boards across the kennel here to distribute the weight on the frame of the kennel. So if anyone's watching this and is afraid of...
Yeah, and they're not really that heavy.
No, it's just...
Yeah, so that way she's not going to be crushed in the middle of the night. And then this side is all of our electronics and just different stuff. Storage. We use these little totes. They fit here perfectly. That way we can store stuff without crushing everything. And then underneath Stella is there's storage under here. This is actually the front bunk. There's little lids that lift up. It's just tools and things that we don't need to access very often, but there is a lot of storage under there. We go back over here. We have a little bit of storage. It's pretty dusty down there, so we keep brooms, dustpans, stuff like that under there. Not a lot of excitement there. And then there's our fridge. No,
it is a fridge, but it's not.
It is, and it works. It's a little bar fridge. Angie installed that when we were just going to use this for camping, and quickly realized that it definitely wasn't big enough for full-time travel, and now we just use it for storage.
And it wasn't 12 volt either.
No, it's, yeah, exactly. So it only worked when the bowler's plugged into shore power. But yeah, we just didn't use it as much as we thought we would, so we just use it for storage. And then we've got plugs. We've got plugs in here too on either side. Heater. We don't have air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
We have a heater. It's a propane heater. I can't remember what brand it was.
Atwood's.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, it will heat you up really, really quickly. It's probably actually too big for this space, but it works great. We have our little puck lights under here. Some of them are not working at the moment, but...
I need to replace a few.
And this is our power bank. I do not know what it's called, so I will let Angie. I mean, I know it's a Bluetti. I guess it's an AC200 Max.
Exactly. She's got it. She doesn't need me. It's a Bluetti AC200 Max, and that is what we use to power everything.
The bowler.
Everything.
The bowler. Most importantly, my coffee.
Your coffee. Can you guess whose ROM this is?
My little grinder. But you know what? It can run the coffee machine, and Angie can have the computer plugged in at the same time, and it has no issues doing that. So yeah, it's a pretty good power bank. But we do run the fridge off of it. That's what this cord is here. It's run all the way out to where our fridge is,
which we'll show you here shortly, but not yet.
So yeah, what else do we plug in? Well, everything.
One of the one things I really like about this one is it has a 30 amp plug-in.
Yes.
So essentially, because we do have two 6-volt Trojan batteries wired in a series in the front in the lockbox, which we haven't shown you yet, we can plug a 30 amp cord into the bowler and then string it out and connect it to here, and we'll essentially charge the bowler and the bowler batteries off of this.
Yep.
So all we do is we keep this juiced up and charge everything else on it.
Yes, we also have Julka battery for the shower. We charge up on the Bluetti. We also have a Jackery that we use for the refrigerator. Yeah. And we charge that off of the Bluetti as well. So everything is run off of the Bluetti.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been great. It has lots of different little ports and plugs and different
USB-Cs and 12 volt cigarette lighters.
Yeah. Yeah, and then under that there is actually a little 2-burner stove. It is not something that we use. We have used it once or twice, but it's just too small in here for a stove. It gets pretty hot up here. It's just not worth it for the smell to linger and to make the mess in here. So we just don't use it.
And to try and track down every single bacon grease splatter would just be a nightmare in
I
here.
think we've boiled water in here, but that's just about it. It's
like 4 times.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's also a sink. We can do a pump, and we can also hook up to water at a campground, RV spot. We just don't use it ever. I think we have a few times, but the sink is basically just a little storage for all of our cords and batteries and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the bed, of course. And then under either side of the bed is storage. There is a water tank over here we don't use. And then under the bed is where we keep all of our clothing. And each of us has a crate. We have the bags there to keep dust and moisture away. But we made this hook out of a dollar store plunger.
Yep.
Put the hook in it, and that way we can just reach back and pull our other totes out to get stuff easily.
How many crates are under there, Tara?
6 milk crates, 3 on each side. And that's where we keep.
So Tara gets 3 milk crates and I get 3 milk crates, and that is our limitation on clothes.
So if we want something else, we get rid of something and put something new in there. So
with the exception of some like big bulky sweaters or winter jackets, those kind of go from the truck to the bowler, truck to the bowler, truck to the bowler.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all of our clothes.
It is.
The bowler originally was made, like most RVs, to have a dinette that collapses down into a bed back and forth. We just skipped that process altogether and made a permanent bed.
Yeah, and we have, I think we figured, what, 11 inches of foam? Something like that there? Yeah. So it's very comfortable.
And we couldn't imagine where we can put 11 inches of foam every time we collapse it down.
No.
So we don't have a dining room in here. We eat outside. We don't use the stove. We cook outside. So if you want to know more about those, check out the other video.
And then I think Angie already looked in the closet here.
Kind of real briefly, but
Nice big closet. We reuse shopping bags for garbage bags. Medicine cabinet. Pretty much whatever. It's just kind of thrown in there.
yeah.
This is an IKEA modular thing. As you can see, it's probably needs to be replaced, but it's been really cool. You just pull these out and put some hooks in places. Some of them are broken, but.
And one of my favorite upgrades is this fan.
I think it's Sirocco fan.
Sirocco. A 12-volt fan, 3 speeds. But
Timer.
we have it so you can point it directly onto the bed when you're laying there sleeping.
Yeah, it turns around all different directions, and this moves, and this moves. So you can pretty much put it anywhere. And then when we travel, we just put it up flat.
Just like that. But yeah, you can direct it right onto the bed where you're sleeping, and you can have it going to your feet. You can have it bouncing off the roof and then hitting you that way. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite upgrades to the bowler. But yeah, it's great.
Alright, and then one of the other things we did have curtains in here at one point.
We did.
Which I sewed by hand. And they looked really cute. But they did not help with temperature control. And if it got moist enough in here, the curtains would actually be wet and drippy, and it was just kind of gross. So we switched over to Reflectix. We just cut them to fit the windows. And we put Velcro on the Reflectix and directly onto the window. So they just Velcro right on there like that. And privacy. Show that one too. Oh, you want me to show this one too?
Yeah, show that one too.
And I like it because it's quite dark at night. It keeps all the light out.
Gives lots of privacy too. The windows are slightly tinted, but when the lights are on,
Oh, you can see in here, yeah.
yeah. So it gives us full privacy at night, which is nice.
Privacy and temperature control and blackout.
Yeah. And you would be surprised. Like, you put your hand on here in the winter, it'll be cold, but here, it'll be so much warmer.
Oh yeah.
It really does keep in the heat, but it also does reflect a lot of the sun to keep heat out. So it's Kind of the best of both worlds. Win-win.
Yep. And then the other thing we have above Angie, above me, let's go. Other thing we have above Angie is our Max fan.
It's a little
And
dirty right now.
It is dirty. But we were in a very dusty environment before we came here. So, and then just right here is the remote, right next to the bed. Not that anything's out of reach in here because everything's so tiny, but it's great. Oh, that's nice.
See, one of the things I really like about this is you're super lazy. You can turn the fan on with your toes. You can reach the fan remote here. And if you're using the heater switch is right here.
Yep. And I like this little light that Angie had installed here.
That's a pretty cute little light.
I can lay in bed and read or knit or whatever.
So, because we don't have central heating, you can go to bed and the temperature will be cool. And then it can drop below freezing at night. And then you can wake up and it'll be warm again. So it's nice to be able to have all these temperature control things right at your fingertips? Right at your fingertips or toes in this case. And adjust it throughout the night as the night goes on. So I really like that fact too. I thought that was pretty ingenious. Yeah.
And I like these little over the door things that we found. Hang our little garbage bags and things in there.
Another thing Tara and I have done is we've put electrical tape over almost anything that glows. Here's an example. There's an example. Almost anything electronic these days has a power button, a glowing light, blue, green, red. And in this small space, especially with white walls, all of these lights accumulate.
Well, they bounce off the white walls and they just really glow really bright. So
we tape them all up, and it can be absolutely pitch black in here, and we love it.
yes, it's nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah. What else did we want to talk about? This little temperature thing. We can see the temperature inside and outside.
And
We've got a fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher by the door. We've got a smoke alarm over there.
Carbon monoxide and propane detector.
Carbon monoxide, propane detector. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that we didn't think of in here.
I don't know. I think that's the bulk of it.
Of course, we've got our little light, dome light here that's...
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, I guess we should show them where our fridge is now.
I don't know.
So
maybe we should just not.
Maybe we'll just follow the extension cord. All right. So remember we said this was our fridge? Well, let's find out where this leads. There it is. Wait, these are there. Ta-da! We're at the truck. And this is where our fridge lives. Take it away, Tara.
This is an ARB 0 fridge freezer. I cannot remember, 102 liter?
101 quart, I believe.
101 quart. 101 quart.
It's pretty banged up. It's been around the block.
Oh yeah, it has been through it. But it's lasted us a long time. It's quite big inside. I'm sure it's dirty in there, but anyway. And you could set either side to fridge, freezer, both to freezer, fridge, whatever. We typically don't use it as a freezer just because it takes a lot more power. But if we wanted to, we could set the controls are all on the side here. And then yeah, we just run this cord directly into the Blue Eddy. When we're traveling, we just plug it directly into the Jackery. And the Jackery runs the fridge while we're traveling. And it typically will last us several hours on the Jackery. So, yeah, it's been a great fridge. Good company. Yeah. And then you can see we have our storage space back there.
Well,
did you want to talk more about the fridge?
no, I think that's good. We did cover power in the other video. We showed you our solar panel setup and our generator, but we didn't show the lockbox. So we'll go show that to you all real quick too. So I originally had this lockbox custom built when we were redoing and restoring the boler. My original intention was to keep our propane tanks in there, and in Canada I ran into some issues with that because this is a lockable lockbox. That there were some rules and regulations about locking propane in a locked container, if you will, because if there was ever an accident or anything like that, the first responders wouldn't be able to necessarily access the propane to make sure it was off or turn it off. So instead we made it have another purpose, and inside the lockbox is our two, well, you can't really see them right now, but under this shelf here is our two Trojan batteries wired in a series, and the rest of this is where we put our chalks and our blocks and our risers, as well as like our 30 amp cord, our extension cords, and all that other kind of stuff that we might need, or different adapters, 30 amp to 50 amp. But yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a toolbox. There's all kinds of random stuff in there too.
Yeah. And here, of course, is another one of Tara's fragrant lights. They're wonderful, they really are.
And then here's our, I'm sure you've seen in other videos, our propane.
Oh yes.
For our heater.
This, we showed how we replaced this in our previous video. But this is the hose for our propane heater. And that's just a garden hose wrapped around the outside for added protection and buffering. And then that's the regulator. And yeah. I think that pretty much sums it up.
I think so. I don't know. We didn't talk about the rock guards, but rock guards were ordered also from Scamp, and they fit nicely. And well, let's go to the back one and I'll show you.
Okay.
The one thing we didn't talk about was the rock guards, which we also ordered from Scamp, if I remember correctly.
Yes, those are Scamp rock guards that fit on the boler.
And then they can just be removed, and you can see.
There you go.
When we're somewhere really remote, we can just take that off and have a huge picture window looking out on the scenery. It's actually pretty cool.
It is. Lets lots of natural light in as well. Or gives us tons of privacy.
Yeah, and it's protection for when we're driving so that rocks don't fly up and bust through the window, of course. Yeah. Got our little map of all the places we've stayed in the boler in. Got a little bit more to cover still, but
yeah.
Oh, I think
there we go.
That's it.
All right, well, let's go over.
This is where we started, so this is where we'll say goodbye and thank you for joining us.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining us on our tour. This has been our home for the last 5.5 years. There's always things we're trying to upgrade or better, but the boler has been a constant.
Yeah.
We started the nomadic life in the boler, and we're still in the boler for the nomadic life. So.
And some people say, how do you live in such a small space? But we really don't live in here. We live outside.
Yeah.
You know, we do spend time in here if the weather's bad.
Yeah.
But, you know, we get our laptop out and set it up and watch movies or read or knit or whatever, right? So.
Twiddle our thumbs. No, just joking. We find ways to keep ourselves entertained. But it was our pleasure to show you our home for the last 5.5 years, and likely some more time moving forward.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's we're definitely not done with this lifestyle yet.
No, we're having too much fun.
We are. So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And stay tuned as we continue to show you our adventures in our boler.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed the tour. And yeah. Stay tuned, as Bob Wells also recorded a tour of the boler. I think that video is going to come out February, March 2026. So check out his channel, Cheap RV Living. Some things we forgot to mention with him, and some things we forgot to mention now. So you'll get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Bye.